Funny Navy story time. Let's talk about when I damaged government property, shall we? Now, when I was in Japan, we used to go to the beach quite often because it was a decent way to meet women, and it was almost free because all you needed was a ride, a towel, and a pair of shorts. Except for me, I needed something else. If you couldn't tell from my complexion, I needed sunblock. A lot of it. One day, me and a buddy of mine decided to go to the beach, and I was kind of in a rush because he'd already called the cab, so I grabbed my backpack and towel, hopped in, and left. Unfortunately, when we got to the beach and I opened up my backpack, I realized I didn't have any sunscreen. So I asked my buddy, who was from Puerto Rico and quite a bit tanner than I was, and he tossed me a bottle of tanning lotion. Don't look at me like that, I didn't know! Yeah, a couple hours later, he looks at me and goes, "Órale, pues, you're hot!" Thank you? I like that pendejo, I can feel it coming off your waves, huh? Yeah, I wasn't like the ruddy, healthy, sun-kissed pink. I was more fried lobster red. But did I let that slow me down? Hell no, we stayed for a couple more hours. And I distinctly remember riding home in the taxi, not being able to put my back against the seat because it hurt. Yeah, I woke up the next morning with a blister from shoulder to shoulder, filled with fluid about like that. And I had to work. So just imagine, if you will, put in a t-shirt on top of almost second-degree burns, and then a set of Kevlar, and then a blouse to really cage in that heat and pain. And then, after walking almost a half mile to the station, finding out that the first part of your watch was going to be covering the main gate with a long arm, with absolutely no shade. Yeah, I slung that M4 over my shoulder and the buckle hit me about right here, and I felt something pop and fluid run down my back, and realized I had popped that blister, and it felt about like you can imagine. Not great. Someone told me after the fact that I probably had UV sickness, which I didn't know was even a thing, but considering the fever, chills, and constant sweating, distinct possibility. But was I going to say anything? Hell no, because I had literally seen a buddy of mine a couple months earlier get charged with an Article 92, failure to follow a direct and lawful order, and a damage to government property because he had done almost the exact same thing, just to a lesser degree. Yeah, I had a new best friend for a number of weeks named Aloe Vera. And before that skin could even turn brown, I peeled like a lizard. Oh, and that spaghetti strainer back scratcher I showed you a couple nights back, that was never out of arm's length. Ever. But I made damn sure I never got charged with Article 92 or damage to government property. And yes, that is a thing, as I'm sure people in the comments will attest. What stories like this do you have? Stitch a comment below. And just a reminder, Discord channel on my profile underneath my bio on the link tree. Come join the community. And have a nice day.